rock the ages.
There's no heaven above the only sky. And I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
I love the chorus. I love singing, and it really bothers me when I can't make it for one reason or another.
And I've been in the chorus now for, 4 years? 3 years?
I like the music. There's a lot of wonderful people in that chorus. We get along.
We have many choruses come into the Redwoods, and sing up there. And there's all the difference in the world. And it's not that we're such great musicians, it's because all these things, other things have been added. And it's different than what we bring to the audience.
What I really liked about this group was that it reminded me of the past and sort of brought music alive again. Because in Washington, there wasn't anything like that. It was all very hard desk work. And then the other thing is, I asked my daughters, I showed her the list of music. Oh yeah, I know that one and that one, and Mom and Papa's, and all these people I'd never heard of.
He was a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine.
We bring our age, and that's a factor, because it wouldn't be nearly as much fun as when our kids and our grandkids sing it.
Well, the chorus brings music into my life, and I love to sing, and the songs that I'm singing are the songs that my children used to love, and that gives, I get a big bang out of that.
One thing I had to get used to was the way you learn music in the chorus, as opposed to how I always learned it before, where I'd sit down at the piano and play out the notes and count it out and this kind of stuff.
So there's a lot of suiting the song to the person, I think, that we do here, probably with Barry's encouragement and oversight.
And I listen now to the lyrics, and they have a lot to say. Yeah, that we in that generation missed. So I think music is a language that has a lot to say to us, and I'm paying more attention to it. It's the most fun. And I've changed doctor's appointments so I wouldn't miss it, and once in a while it's good.
So let's take a look at these books.
Gray skies, gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
Walk Like a Man. I always think that song was directed at me because my mother never thought that I was very virile enough for her, to suit her standards, and I got all sorts of advice to her on how to walk, how to talk, how to sit.
Walk like a man, talk like a man.
I've never sung into a microphone before, and that's a strange experience there. You know, who's that voice coming out?
Bye bye, baby. I don't mean maybe. I'm gonna get along somehow. Ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah. Soon you'll be crying on account of all your lying. Oh yeah, just look who's laughing now. I'm gonna walk like a man, fast as I can. Walk like a man from you. I'll tell the world, forget about it, girl, and walk like a man from you.
I think it's puts you in the present time. It gives you sort of new adventure to live. It kind of wakes you up and energizes you. You know, I've gone there and I've noticed the same sentiment expressed by other people. You go there at the end of the day when you're 91 years old, you get tired in the afternoon. I go there and I feel much better coming out than if I had been sleeping. So it's really a good medical procedure too. That's my excuse for skipping medical appointments, because I don't drive anymore wisely, and so my wife grumbles when I skip a medical appointment. And I just tell her this is a medical appointment.
This is better medicine.
I feel better
Yeah,
after it too.
yeah. I tell the doctor this. He kind of chuckles. So it's good.
Well, that's nice. We're fighters. We don't take things lying down. We fight back. It is. I look forward to it every week. It's a great thing. It's a big activity, and I enjoy it immensely. I was born in New York City, raised there, and then I became a school teacher in physics, and then I'm here in California enjoying life here at the Redwoods. Hope I live before I die. Imagine there's no heaven above us, only sky. Imagine there's no people living for to die. You may think that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Well, we started an interracial canteen. In other words, it was open to all races. And the Southerners were not too happy about that. And they made a fuss about it. But Mrs. Roosevelt supported us and actually invited me to the White House to show her support. I'm 100 years old, a long life.
Al is, 100 years old. I mean, I think everybody gets a kick out of that.
People try to put us down just because we get around. Things they do look awful cold. I hope I die before I get old.
We like different things, and we're kind of up for anything, and he likes it a lot.
And not just learning in an intellectual way.
Yeah.
But the chorus itself is really great. I think to think back to what it was like that first year, and even though we gave a performance fairly early on, which kind of inspired everybody, I think every time we perform, we get a little more inspiration.
It brings people together here in the community that wouldn't necessarily be together. I mean, we might meet in the halls and so forth, but Rock the Ages brings this group of people in a different context than in other place.
Well, the most interesting part of my life now is the music group here. It really was a wonderful thing to me. I first heard about it when I was in the healthcare unit, and someone who was looking forward to the group too was my bedmate. So I couldn't wait to get out and find out what was happening. And I said, well, what do they do there? Well, they sing old songs. And so later when I came, I said, well, let me see the songs that you sing, the old songs. I'd love to sing them. I looked at the list. I didn't recognize a single one. Old song. So what I meant was old songs. And my family always loved music, but I was never much a part of it except singing in the shower.
Hoopa, 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 you know well that my lover was just for all you.
Well, and it's just a fundamental, basic giving out your feelings to somebody else, and then listening and repeating them, and getting communication back. And it's a much better communication. And one of the jobs I fell into was writing some speeches for some pretty high-level people and helping them when they prepared for press interviews and so forth. And they were so tied up in the logic of their position, and they didn't really think about the feelings of it. The feelings were generated. Well, I've done everything from being a lathe operator and welder in a factory to working in the State Department as an assistant to the head of the Arms Control Disarmament Agency. And that was on writing technical papers to avoid blowing up the world with atomic bombs, negotiating with the Russians for the first test ban treaty, and then the biggest treaty we have, the NPT, Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. There are a couple other kind of sort of conversations groups in here. These people come together. They want to be friendly. They want to be closer and talk about things. And the group still is very tentative. The first or second time I was in the chorus group, you could just sit down and start to talk to the person next to you and sort of be off. It's like you already saw you had a common interest that wasn't just an analytical, emotional, political one. You just had a kind of common feeling because you were there. You know, there's more laughter in that group than any of the others. The others, the people get sort of grim, determined to know each other. And it doesn't work that way.
Imagine is my favorite. Yeah. Imagine there's no heaven above me, only sky. I wonder why I have never die. I wonder why I'll never die.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why. Hope I live before I die.
Well, it's alright.
Riding around in the breeze.
Well, it's alright.
If you live the life you live,
Well, it's alright.
even if the sun don't shine,
Well, it's alright.
we're going to the end of the line. End of the Line, which is a great song. I think the lyrics are superb. Somebody said to me, "Why you don't sing? You just talk." It's true. The lyrics are very important to me, and I think it's a beautiful song. And I found out later on that evidently the traveling Wilburys expected criticisms of the lyrics in some places. They have a website where they accept corrections, which I didn't expect. Barry and I locked horns because the lyrics as they were printed say, "Every day is Judgment Day." And I said, "Barry, that could not have been the original lyrics because Judgment Day is the worst day. It's the end of the world. It's the worst day in the Christian, Jewish, or Muslim calendar. It's the end of everything when the righteous get on the escalator up and the rest of us get put on the escalator going down where there are demons to fork you over into the fiery pit." I just don't think that fits that song, which is a real do what you want to do, say what you want to do, as long as you're kind to one another. That's the whole theme of the song. Nobody in my family had been to a university, so I was the first one to go. I had a scholarship to Columbia, which meant that I did not, as many people think, sit there with Tojo and the others in front of me, interviewing them and so on. I saw very little of them. We handled the Japanese documents. I did get the diary of Marquis Kido, who was Lord High Keeper of the Privy Seal for the best friend of the Emperor, and that was an interesting diary. My favorite, of course, which was assigned to me by other chorus members, by the way. They wanted to hear me sing What a Wonderful World. And so I sang it. They liked that, and I sang it ad nauseum until I'm almost tired of hearing it, but they always want to hear me sing that. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white.
I'm very glad that how popular it is. I like to be part of it for that reason. I think that I have a strong voice, and I think it's helpful for everybody.
Well, it's just fun. Everybody comes out of there smiling every time, people notice that. And the other residents, every time we come out of there, the people are smiling. So when you figure that 10% of our population is involved in it, that's pretty good.
We can express ourselves through these songs. We're not just singing music or songs. We're allowed to let ourselves go if we want to. I'm sure we could get up there and dance, and Barry wouldn't care. he might, he wouldn't care, but he might have to pick us up off the floor.
Well, we have a few characters. You never know what he's going to say. He doesn't always sing the notes he's supposed to sing.
In the chorus, I could just blend in with everyone. That feels good to me. I never want to be the soloist, or I never want to be out there in the front. I like to be the chorus part.
You're going to be the soloist.
Exactly.
And I enjoy it immensely, especially with our leader.
Is the chorus a special part of your life? Can you just talk a little bit about that?
It is. I look forward to it every week. It's a great thing. It's a big activity.
Well, anyway, I do enjoy very much, and I appreciate your effort. I think it's wonderful. Probably is what keeps me here more than anything else, you know.
Well, it keeps Barry and me highly motivated too. So, we're all just like in love with doing this.
Yeah.
It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and all the things you do.
I like living here very much. I'm very happy here. And I moved here because my daughter and my grandchildren were here in Tiburon. And then in 2009, I moved to the Redwoods.
I had been hiking on Mount Tam for almost 35 years, I suppose, leaving San Francisco every time that I could in my Toyota, and coming out here to hike on Mount Tam whenever the fog rolled in over San Francisco, which was every morning, as it does in Mill Valley. But I knew that on top of the Mount Tam it would be bright and sunny, and that was a good way to fight depression, come out here and climb around on that mountain. And I came out here and found that
I'm in the chorus, the drumming group, and I dance on a walker.
I'd eaten by myself for 50 years, so it's interesting to walk into a dining hall and have a lot of people around. That's kind of interesting. We gossip and swap lies.
Yeah, there's a kind of sense in the air. You just go into the room and it's different than any other room in the place. I think because of that music.
But coming to a retirement home is an adjustment, I think, for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the people who have been socializing eagerly all their lives, and people like me who are more or less loners.
Well, the one thing that I really like about the Redwoods is that the people come from all over the world here. Their backgrounds are so diverse that it just makes it wonderful. It enriches all of our lives as we share our life experiences. And that's what's made it very interesting as far as I'm concerned. I've liked that a lot because we've all been more or less activists and out there in the community.
That's why I came to the Redwoods, to be close to them. And here I am, having a brand new life and, as I said before, loving the Redwoods and the chorus.
Retirement place. Who wants that? But anyway, then somebody told us about the Seniors for Peace video. We borrowed it, and he saw it. He said, "That's where I want to live and die."
I've been in China for a while, and went to the Chinese opera, and you don't know what the rules are about music because it just doesn't sound the same. I still don't understand what good music or not, but I know what I like, and what I like can change. It's not the same thing all the time. So it made a lot of sense, these songs. And so I'm willing to put a lot of the old ones I knew to rest and to find these.
When I first heard it, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to sing this song. Well, I don't know about being a pussycat doll. Because when I first heard the music, I wasn't too thrilled with it, to tell you the honest truth. But now I really enjoy it. I really do. It's fun. I don't think the grandchildren will have any problem with it at all.
I like the ones that are farther out than just the ordinary, things that we're all used to singing. And when someone brings up the 40s tune, I always vote against it.
Don't you? It's nice, yeah. Don't you?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot?
Like me, don't you? Don't you? Won't you? Yeah, that's cute.
I know you like me. I know you like me.
I know you do.
I know you do.
Whenever I come around, she's all over you.
All over me.
And I know you want it.
I know you want it.
It's easy to see.
It's easy to see.
And in the back of my mind, I know you should be home with me.
Oh yeah, home with you.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you? Don't you?
So that again is more or less the updating of my singing career. Is that all right?
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
That's enough.